Howdy, y'all. What's up, guys? So, the flight plan on screen is definitely not what we're doing. We're deviating pretty much everywhere that we possibly can. It's going to be fun, though. We're going to have a blast. No worries, inverted. So, tonight is the very first episode of VonScenic, brand new series. Last series, we were just going around places that I have lived. But now with VonScenic, we will be going all over the world. Tonight is in Montana. We are puddle jumping in the float tub. It's going to be a blast. And then next week will be either New Zealand or Canada. Haven't decided yet. A lot more work I'm putting into these. So it takes longer. That's why I'm doing one a week. And also, I will be streaming just 2 episodes and then taking another break for my wedding coming up in just 15 days. So I'll be streaming, you know, random unscheduled ones as well for the Hunter, maybe a couple flight sim streams that are not scheduled. We'll see how that plans out. But yeah, um, so my wedding is on the 21st. I will be taking a break for another 2 weeks, possibly three, depending on how things go and getting everything situated and whatnot. But I will definitely be back to continue the Von Scenic series from that point. So we are here in Ronan, Montana. We're going to take off, do a couple practice runs on the lake south, and then we'll head into the mountains for our alpine lake puddle jumping. And I'm just going to take off midfield here. The default trim when you first load in the Cub is pretty good. So I'm just going to let it float up with 1-notch flaps. And then trim it out as we go up. Gear up. flaps up. So usually the times that I've flown this route in the planning process, I kind of swing around this way to the lake here and take an approach that's kind of in between two of the little islands that display in the lake. And I'll take one notch of flaps and turn on final. The lakes that we will be puddle jumping are going to be quite a bit smaller than this one, so be prepared for some short landings. Usually on the float plane I have better luck when I'm just barely touching that stall horn on the way down. And I forgot to adjust the sound level. Yes, Mordecai's. It's a great mod. It is absolutely great mod. Yeah, no joke. I mean, it's like the quintessential thing to do when you have a float plane is fish off of the pylon, right? So if you're watching, you want to join us, we are on the West US server. We just took off from Ronan, Montana. We're going to be puddle jumping through those mountains there, the Mission Mountains. Yeah, hopefully there's no update inverted. There wasn't for me, but I've been in it a bit recently. And if you want to join and don't have the float plane, you can always use the icon. I have not flown the route in the icon. I don't know how it performs for the exact route. I did some extensive testing and make sure that we have ample power and can manage airspeed in a couple spots. It gets pretty shady. Needless to say, this is a flight that you definitely would not do in real life. But it did seem like it was taking longer today to load up in the sim than normal. I think pretty much everybody else that is going to be joining us tonight is fairly familiar with this float plane, so we can leave the practice area metal. So we are going to pass over this first lake. We're not going to land at that one just because we need a little bit more altitude. So we're just going to maintain a shallow climb into our first landing, which, if I may say, is absolutely vontastic. No, not funny. Got those terrain glitches back there. Lovely. Marcus, it is not yet, and it has not been released. This is actually the alpha tester. It's on their Discord. Carbon Props being perfectionist with this one. He's trying to add the animations and functionality of the cables and everything to the floats so that the water rudders will be animated and everything. So it is taking a little bit longer to release. No worries, Sprightly. If you get a chance, you can hop in. You and I flew part of it before, but yeah, just hang around and watch, relax. Sorry you had a tough day, man. So this first approach is a good taste of what's to come. We're going to have to hug the ridge on our left, give the trees a little trim off the top, and I'll try to do the best I can with callouts as far as when I'm dumping the flaps, when I'm cutting the throttle, all that good stuff. But for now, it's just follow the leader, I guess. So here in about 4 seconds, I will be going half throttle. One notch of flaps. And cut the throttle, go full flaps, and dive into the lake. Make it as short as possible. And if you go too far in there, you might have to use slew to rotate. Just the rotate, though. Nothing else. If you get beached, looks like you might. If you get beached, hitting slew will also bring the gear down so you can get it back into the water. Alright guys, I'm going to swing around, take off the way we came in. Oh man, sprightly. Yeah, good looking out, but yeah, I bet that was taxing for sure. Alright, so this next bit, we're gonna scrape this saddle right here next to the glacier, what's left of it. And then we're going to cut the throttle full flaps all the way down to our next stop. KSD, good to see you, man. Yeah, Metal, this is one of my favorite places to fly, honestly. I found it by chance, actually, when I was flying around planning the big Montana group flight that I did. Isn't this great? Alright, let's go. So we're pretty much immediately going to cut again and float down just like we just did, full flaps, no throttle at all, into the next stop. We can make this one a touch and go, because we need to get our airspeed back up for a climb. So trying to maintain speed in a climb up here, the way I was doing it, we just couldn't do it with full fuel, which is fine. Lower fuel is still plenty for the entire flight, so no worries there. What we're going to do is we're going to aim for that lowest part, the saddle right in front of me there. Yeah, this scenery is definitely by far some of my favorite that I've found in the sim. All the granite rock out here, the way the cracks in the rocks is kind of grown in with moss and whatnot in real life. You can see it, the green stripes. And we're back at our first stop here. We're going to take a little bit different routes. We're crisscrossing, zigzagging, all that good stuff today. I tell you what, with all the hours that I put into planning this flight, and you know, I literally just flew around the area for hours and hours trying to plan a route through and grab all of these awesome lakes up here. It doesn't get old. Like, I'm having a ton of fun seeing it for, you know, the 12th time. So we're going to come through this way now and then swing around to the south, to our left. So here, yet again, we will be just, as we crest, just drop your throttle and ride the flaps all the way down. A little bouncier than I was hoping for, but, you know, it's the worst. And yet another great view. And then we're off again. And again, almost instantaneously, we will be diving toward another pond. Told you it was puddle jumping. Having fun yet, guys? Let's go. Now we will be gaining altitude again, so manage your angle of attack so you don't lose too much airspeed. Mordicus, nearest would probably still be Ronan. 7 Sierra Oscar. So this next one, we're actually going to have to cut it short, even though it's a big lake, because we're going to need all the space we can to climb out of it. We're just going to land and then take off straight again, but we're going to have a big climb ahead of us. So try to make it as short as you can. Don't worry, it's not the small one right in front of me, it's the next one. Some of the scenery is broken a little bit, which is a bummer, but some of it looks great. NGG Assassin, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. How are you doing? Alright guys, this trench. There is a trench for us to fly up. Maintain your speed as best you can. And there's a saddle right at the top we're going for. I'm doing good, man. Yeah, that was funny. So, guys, we should be good to grab this saddle without using any flaps. We'll nose over. It's a sheer drop at the other side, so nose over as soon as you crest. How about that? So here, yet again, we're going to cut throttle and dive down with your flaps into the next one. There are a lot of custom ones. There are a lot. As you can see, I am rocking my own custom livery on a custom plane. So Bush Lake Legends modded the default X Cub, and this is one of their modifications. And the group we all have our own liveries that we have on the paint jobs. So the one next to me is showing as the default paint job. Shut her down for a minute, guys. All right, let's go. Metal, actually, I saw some. I'm not sure if I'm not supposed to say anything about it, but I saw some screenshots of an A10 with a different F15 that actually looked quite a bit better, in my opinion, than the one that's in the marketplace, but I pulled a Vaughn. Pulled a Vaughn. Dignabbit. But yeah, I saw some screenshots. I'm sure it was just a port over, but it looked well done and finished, at least exterior wise. So did the F15. I mean, honestly, the F15 that's in the marketplace has not impressed me. Everything I've seen about it. All right, so that's it for the puddle jumping, guys. The rest of it is just your regular old scenic flight. So, what do you guys think of all the mountains up there, all the lakes, puddle jumping itself? Well, there's plenty of places along the route that we can still practice a little bit. So this next one coming up, I mean, you can practice probably 3 times by the time we're to the next turn that we need to make. So if you want to go low and practice a little bit. I'm going to go a little bit higher so that we can get the other mountain range here to our east is the Swan Range. The range of mountains that we just flew through and landed in all the lakes is the Mission Mountains. Even with the broken textures, a few places on the mountains, it's still beautiful. I'd love to have one of these houses down here on the water. You can see all the docks coming out, but it's a little too crowded for me. So this next bit, we're still going to zigzag a little bit and see a few things, but it's not as nerve-wracking as the puddle jumping was. And there's a couple lakes that I managed to, I should say ponds, that I managed to land in and take off from, but it was too hectic. It was too nerve-wracking and too hard, so I decided to nix them from the flight itself. If you guys want to try your hand at it and have crashes off, go for it. But it'll be a little bit before we get to the first one. So out here, we were all over there with the puddle jumping bit. Do I spy a Joey Bolo? What's up, man? Nice. Appreciate the lurk, man. Yeah, for sure. Interactive lurking. I like that. Sorry guys, I'm gonna turn a little tighter. Got distracted. That corner should have been a little bit tighter from the start, but... So if you guys want to try your hand at these challenging spots, I did manage to land and take off, but it does take a little bit of finagling. And really, honestly, I wouldn't suggest this first one, I'd suggest the second one. The first one here with the dam is a little bit tougher, but you can definitely give it a shot. I'll back it off to half throttle and just cruise, look at the scenery. By the way, switch tanks if you haven't already. There it is. What's up, Killer and crew? How's the rest of your stream, bud? Tiger Slayer, thank you. I'm doing good, man. Especially after playing the Hunter so much, there's some areas that it kind of trips me out. It's like, oh, that would be a spot for maybe some elk. When I'm flying around and I see one of these spots, it's hilarious. Yeah, definitely push for that 1200. Definitely. You get anything good, Killer? So as you guys can see, I have a few buddies playing around with me. Two diamonds. What were they? This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We are flying out in Montana right now. Oh, I think I heard Killer mention that when you mentioned it earlier in his stream. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I think it's funny that Killer and I both got our very first diamonds last night during our streams. And the miss is coming in with the follow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You got your first diamond today? And you ended up getting two? Nice. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I have been, I got into it real quick. I got it Christmas. And then I convinced, I was trying to convince Inverted to get it, and then I ended up getting it for him so that he'd play it with me. And I have 200 hours now, according to Steam. Yeah, I kind of, there's this other streamer, It's Dire, that I watch. I play Rainbow Six with him, and he used to play it as well. And he got to like 100 hours and basically got burnt out, which is kind of sad. But he said he might get back into it. But yeah, so I passed him. He doesn't have a diamond either. Toki, is that Toki Toki? The Toki from Abby and Toki? Thank you for the follow, Toki. Appreciate that. How you doing, man? Uh, Marticus, we're talking about the Hunter Call of the Wild. And Tiger, what do you mean you reset the animals and you got them really fast? Yeah, Mrs. This is my home, my forever home, Montana. Got a few buddies playing with me. We did the puddle jumping earlier. We had a ton of fun just going through the alpine ponds and whatnot. You guys definitely should check out the VOD later. But now it's just the chill, relax, taking in the scenery on our way down to Missoula, Montana. That's awesome, Toki. I appreciate that, man. Backwoods, how do you have 400 hours and not a diamond? That doesn't seem right. And Tiger, you cracking your game? You cheating the system? Maybe. Maybe just a little bit. Wee bit of turbulence there. All right, Tiger. No worries, man. Have a good one. Toki, I haven't looked into any cracks or messing with files on it or anything. I know that there's. I was actually watching a stream earlier today for just a few minutes when I was in between tasks, and he is a map developer apparently for the Xbox version, and he was talking about
Hello there.
how they're adding in like cows on farms and stuff. Killer with the hello there. General Kenobi. Yes, killer. See you tomorrow. So everybody, whether you have the hunter or not, you're welcome to join us tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I will be doing kind of an impromptu. I mean, it kind of just came up recently as an idea, and I was like, you know what? I'm good with that. I'm going for it. So we're doing a Hunter's Chapel in the Hunter because one of the maps has an old derelict church building. So we're going to meet up there. It's going to be my regular, super chill vibe. But instead of the Celtic or Viking music, we're going to have instrumental hymns playing because it's Sunday and all that is fitting. You get the drill. Anyway, so we're going to have Hunter's Chapel and group hunt. So if you have the Hunter, feel free to join the Discord and join us for that tomorrow, 10 a.m. We'll probably do some elk hunting or some duck hunting after we meet up at the chapel. So definitely going to be a lot of fun to hunt with the community. I'm kind of hoping that we get enough people to fill the entire server. If we can get a total of 8 people in there, that would be awesome. But you're more than welcome to watch. I will be streaming it, as always. So we will catch you tomorrow, killer. Appreciate you coming in and checking it out, man. And thank you so much for the raid. That really means a lot. So guys, we are coming into eastern Missoula, northeast Missoula. We will be, there goes inverted. Aren't you glad they fixed the tanks? They fixed the tank. So basically on some of these planes, the tanks are gravity fed. So if you go inverted or if you turn too steep, the engine will cut out because it's choking. But yeah. Anyway, we will be flying next to the M on the mountainside. Not sure if it's a worldwide thing or just the US, but a lot of towns have the starting letter up on a hillside above the town. So we will be flying right next to the M and then turn a long final into Missoula. Well, I mean, yes, inverted. I mean, it is tradition, right? Really, Metal? Oh my gosh. So I've been here so many times, but it was actually kind of fun. It being a college town, now that you mention that, we're flying over the stadium right now. But it was a lot of fun. I was there. I actually drove for Uber for a while when I lived in Montana. So I actually took someone from Kalispell down to Missoula and then Ubered in Missoula for a Friday night, and it was insane. Like, it was definitely a college town. People are crazy. It is a nice town, though. So I am on long final at half throttle, guys. I will do 1 notch of flaps once I get just past the river here. If you guys want to join up or try to join up for maybe a formation landing, let's try to make it look good. 1 notch of flaps. Flaps 2. And flaps 3. Throttle back. Did I just pull a Vaughn? I swear I hit gear. I did. I pulled a heavy Vaughn. There we go. Fixed it. So where I go to park, I will line up on the outside left. If you guys could stack up on my right, that would be awesome. Yeah, metal, except now I need new pontoons because I ruined them. Hope you got insurance. I need to push back now on metal. Just do shift P. You were almost perfectly lined up. That'll work. That'll work. How do you change the rate of your slewing? Because I always just like totally bosh it when I do that. Oh, that's an idea, inverted. Thanks for that. Yeah, I might have to switch that up. Nice, yeah. Well, guys, you know what time it is. You guys who have been here before, it is time to find out if we continue the stream. So, if you guys are new, this is for you to let me know if you like the content, you want me to keep going, you want me to keep streaming. This is your time to shine.
Whoa! Don't switch channel.
Sorry, wrong one. There we go. Kleinster, uno más, uno más. Wow. Alright, chat. So we did not get a new follow, a sub, or a cheer during the continue page, so you know what that means. That is the end of the stream for tonight. But don't worry, join my Discord if you have the flight sim, jump in, we will continue flying for a bit. And don't forget, this is the first of the series, VonScenic. So next Saturday night, same time, 11 Pacific time at night, we will be doing either New Zealand or we will be doing Canada. Haven't decided yet. A lot more work is going into these flights than the previous series. So catch that next Flight Sim stream. And then also, I am doing a stream tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time again in the Hunter, and we will be doing a group hunt with the community. So join the Discord if you have either of those games. Check it out. Check out the stream tomorrow if you don't have either of these games. I really appreciate you being here, watching. All of your support means a whole lot to me. So thank you. Thank you all for being here, and we will catch you next time. And guys that are flying with me, anyone who's not flying right now, jump in the Discord. I will be in voice. We will continue flying for a while. Yeah, Metal. I know schedules are a little different for sure, but yeah, I really enjoyed flying with you guys tonight. The very first episode of VonScenic. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will catch you next time. Oh, and stick around for a raid as well. We're gonna raid. Let's take everybody with us for the raid.